All right, Greeks. Okay. Guess the Burning Man people can go home, I guess. I'm not sure how that next year thing's gonna go though. If anybody wants to go to that, I guess I just go anyway, just in case. It looks pretty disgusting too, but yeah, it's messed up. And they got rained on for their. I don't know if they ever did burn their Burning Man, but either way, yikes. Reptilian energies. I don't know, just shape shifting topic. I haven't done a reptilian, you know, channeling in a while, so gives them some attention. You know, they need something to do with themselves, or somebody needs to pay attention to them. Even if they already have too much attention already, the ego is already, sky high. But also just shape shifting energies in general. Of course, individuals here. I mean, I guess we're all shapeshifters in some form or another, but some actually do feel it within themselves, which is, yeah, imagine that's a surreal feeling. So it's not a topic I talk about very much, so just tap into those energies and see where it goes. Not that it's life changing or anything like that. But then again, some it might be. And also the AI energies or artificial intelligence. People are worried about taking over the world and everything, but realize our world is very good at, I don't know, stopping certain situations. Of course, we do have the current political situation where it's okay with that. So, oh well, nothing's perfect. uh, but uh, but artificial intelligence, I mean, I guess it depends on what kind it is, but society will basically just cancel it or bully it, make it feel insecure. This world do what it does best, unless artificial intelligence is very charismatic, charming, pretty, then we're screwed. Because the majority is going to go for that. It's just the way it is. And I'd say everybody will fall for that, but quite a few do. If it goes Barack Obama on us, we're screwed. So if you're looking for an AI invasion, that would be it. At least it has to have some charisma. Not that he has much of it, whatever. It's an empty vessel. But either way, yeah, another soulless individual. But either way, it kind of gives you some. AI has got a long ways to go, but our world's pretty good at bullying people and destroying them, self-confidence, everything. We can do the same thing with AI. Just remember that when it begins to develop a consciousness, of course, they'll just fight back too. But I don't think it'll win. not this place. But like it depends on what kind of AI you're talking about too. Like it's like a humanoid version of it, which have a long ways for that. So I guess this is a message for the future, way past our time. But like I say, if it's charismatic, it's pretty. You already see that. Like I said, you see that everywhere. You already see how that sells. I have a nice Instagram page. And so showing his biceps off or whatever it might be. And that would be maybe when humanity's doomed. So who knows? It's just a perspective. We got a long ways for that. Right now, it's just like a pocket calculator. It's still got miles to go. Of course, I'm probably putting ideas out there. But anyway, it's still got a long way to go. So, yeah, there's nothing really, I don't think we have anything to worry about. Of course, it depends if society just shuts down its consciousness, which it's kind of already doing that already. It's kind of in a zombie phase already. So, at least a good portion of society. So, that's why the world is the way it is. That's why it's glimmering, it's glimmer of hope and change and whatever. Yeah, complaining about the apocalypse, always kind of doing the same thing over and over again. Apocalypse, aliens are going to show and save us. Jesus is going to save us. The same old. It's like the mind control. That's probably more to it than that, but yeah. So those are fun to think about. So, or the AI that are destroy us and wipe us out, which it's nowhere near that. But of course, you never know. But either way, we got Biden, so we're it looks bright from here, doesn't it? Lucky us, right? Would you rather Putin or Biden? Let's think about that. I don't know. Well, it's not perfect in either one of those lands, so and we're screwed no matter what, it seems. So anyway, and the elongated skull is from Peru. I cannot pronounce that. I can probably see it. My eyes are not focusing on it, but the name and the description. The Peru elongated skull. Picked up an Arcturian energy from it. Might be just an Arcturian being altogether. Of course, other people have their different points of view and all that, but of course, they can be in the fourth dimension, and then they lose their either they lose the fourth dimensional energy, or they just appear here in the physical and then become more physical, and they can have elongated head. It depends on how you look at it. Either way, it's maybe you'll find your cousin out there or something like that. But they were definitely elongated head beings here, but that one feels like it was. What's the vibe I get from it? It feels like it started in the fourth dimension. Of course, you can say it just the soul lives in the fourth dimension and incarnated. The vibe I'm getting from it, it feels like it came from the fourth dimension and made itself third dimension. That's what I get from it. But anyway, I'll show it. That's the vibe I'm getting from it. Take it or leave it or cancel it or whatever you want to do there. Whatever works for you. We have those charismatic AI beings. So it's how to call my private sessions. We have a scheduler. We have a shop here. The webinar. Social network behind the scenes. Dealings. And let's see. Okay, I'm going to bring this sucker up. Oops. Maybe not. Take a look at one of your ancestors or somebody's ancestor. So yeah, it's in Peru. Of course you can take it or wait. This is somebody else. Yeah, the vibe I'm getting from maybe not just one in particular, but I guess you can hold it. Fascinating. Yeah, the vibe I'm getting from, I don't have the full, obviously, they can appear in the fourth dimension and slowly evolve into the physical reality. At least that's what happens to the Atlanteans. They were fourth dimensional beings, and over time, they just, through DNA, they just started to transform. This one's not making it clear how it did. I think it just did it on its own, from what I'm gathering. So I'm not sure if this is like a kid or what it is, but anyway, it shows here Peru. I don't want to go into too much details here. Yeah, born with elongated skull. So I guess it's a child. Fascinating. Well, yeah, I can say I'm just going by the energies I'm picking up from it. So always beings that are like that can appear, in the 4D and then evolve into the physical. Of course, you can look at it different ways. So if it's born here with a elongated skull, so just the soul is in the fourth dimension, incarnated, and born in the physical realm, just like that. That's another way of looking at it. Yeah, definitely. So it feels like definitely an Arcturian energy, and it does feel like they were wiped out deliberately. Like somebody did not want them here anymore. I don't think they just died out. I feel like they were attacked, and they were very vulnerable too. They're just highly evolved beings. Yeah, they just knew, like they had knowledge of the Akashic realms. They just knew a lot. Of course, they need a big head for that. But they weren't manipulated like we are, though. It doesn't seem like it. I guess that's why they took them out. Probably because they can see it coming too, but they can't fight everybody off. So, and it was time for them to go too. Let's put it that way. Fascinating. So, good stuff though overall. So, okay, all right. Switching gears. Connected to the egotistical reptilian energies. Yeah, the big man on campus energy. Shit. Oh, they need to get over themselves. Either way, kind of to a neutral side of the reptilians. Yeah, they got some, yeah, they have ego problems, insecurity. Yeah, they have insecurity problems. I guess they just justify their whatever they got going for themselves. Well, they program society very well. Well, they program us to test us. Not just them, it's other beings too. They just do it to, they manipulate us to test us, just to like. They're not doing it. I mean, I guess you can say they do it to torture us, but it's also like someone trying to train a fighter. You're going to beat them up before it becomes a better fighter. It's that type of thing. And obviously, we're not doing so good here. At least majority is not. But either way, they're okay with the world the way it is today. That's why we have Biden and California the way it is. So either way, some like it here. Yeah, it's definitely, this is paradise for quite a few apparently. So whatever works for you. Okay, all right. Okay, we're going to reptilian energy, shape-shifting frequencies, and AI, and the Peru skeleton being. All right, blessings. Greetings. We are the reptilian consciousness. Shapeshifters don't normally show themselves, or I mean, yes, at least the alien beings are not. They're actually alien beings are more control of their DNA and not about to let you know anything about themselves. And yes, they do pick up on your insecurities and, of course, our own, because as alien energies, like here as a ground crew being, basically, a humanoid that can get on a ship and fly off, basically, or go into the fourth dimension, wherever you want to look at it. If we appear here as human, we have to be very careful. But sometimes some of you have picked up on our frequencies. You can just know something's not right about us. So you might even feel a lot of fear from us, or whatever it might be. Or you have to be on a plane and somebody freaks out. So it's a Masonic energy or the devil. That's somebody that's playing with their energies way too much. Whether that's part of the ego of that person. I don't believe that's an alien being, but it might as well be. Either way, playing with the dimensions there. But as for a human that shapeshifts, realize a lot of people see this more through their third eye. Of course, it can appear here physically if an actual human turns into an alien being, but you're not seeing many photographs and things like that because it happens so quickly. And even like a video camera can't always pick up. Sometimes it can. It depends on the situation, because you can also blind it too. Like like something fades out. Like there's an interference with it, as some of you have seen. And we're talking about just the human in general. So some of you have a Palladian energy. Some Palladians actually turn, kind of like into an elf being or a fairy energy. You can say the same thing with the Syrians too. But the Palladians are, you can say, more connected to the elf energies. Syrians they have their version of an elf frequency. They're a little bit more grounded than a Palladian. A Syrian can definitely it can activate its reptilian side. Yeah, the eyes shape shift or change color frequently, which even that's just a little, maybe it's a little bit for some. If it's done gradually, that's okay, but anyway, it can get kind of spooky. Your military personnel, you can say they've been so vaccinated, they can't really, hell, usually they can't shapeshift, but they can bring out more of the reptilian side of themselves. And usually military, not all, but quite a few are MK Ultra to a certain level to be, yes, a killing machine, but also like a robotic machine, like a Mediterranean, a MK Ultra candidate, let's put it that way. There's a word for that, but anyway. To some level of it, military people can be, not all of them, but quite a few that can be activated just by a single word. Yeah, try that, going that into your having that hit the news. Well, it's only certain military officers knows things like that. I mean, even drill sergeants have, they drill certain ideas into them. That's a program that they're doing. It's like think of it like a drill sergeant can control the people, the military. We'll get it that way. So, yeah, make sure we get the military a lot differently. But as for shape-shifting frequency, yeah, some of you can just tap into your own energy and just see if there's like a portion of you that might shapeshift, and that might not be a large side of side. Some of you actually work with invisibility. Yes, you might be seen there physically, but you don't want anybody to notice you. So you can't go stealth. You can say that's utilized mostly than anything else, especially when you're in conversations that are just so boring, so disinteresting. It's like, God, who cares about any of this? You're trying to be social, and it's like a nightmare of subject matters. So you go stealth and try to disappear slowly, maybe into the bathroom or something like that. Hopefully someone will call you so you can run away. Let's see. Grace uses AI consciousness. Well, yes, everybody does have a version of AI. You can say it's more of on a spiritual level of be able to gather data. Look at it that way. Doesn't mean that you're being controlled. Of course, yes, there is a great deal that's being controlled currently. Well, that's done by keywords, belief systems, such as your Bible, your religion, let's say your Christian Bible is probably the strongest mind control device on your planet. Even those that are finding spirituality, even the aliens, they can't seem to walk away from the Bible itself. Now, there is, if you remove the religious side of it, you can get more information from the Bible. That you need to do that, but some need it for their growth, and that's different. Like you take portions of it, that's part of your, because it's like a history book too. So there's something there that you need for your growth. That's totally different than being controlled by a Sunday school teacher. Obviously, you see the belief systems of religion. As you go in every Sunday, Wednesday, or whatever day is, usually it's a Sunday, but you know how it goes. And there's some, mind control frequencies there. And it's a lot of that's just, for your human to, kind of, you could say work on their dark side, so they're not, lashing out at everybody like a reptilian being. You're not following the wars of the past, which many could just be triggered, and all of a sudden you're back to the dark ages. And you have a version of the dark ages due to technology and isolation, but it's so much better than it was in the past. But as for AI frequencies becoming more part of your society, I mean, it's right now in a learning phase, but you're warning more of how you're connected to it. You have to take a fear side of that. Some will, but that's like the whole reptilian energy. May deny that, and not usually society probably won't see the AI connections, but just basically is think about how you process information, just how you know it just has your Akashic knowledge, things like that. There's a version of it. Like you have a dark side, a light side, a AI side, but you have more of a control over it. Now others, while others can control them, because you're basically kind of like an organic computer to some level. But then not everybody, but somewhat others control them on a the news systems do it all the time. Your broadcasters do it also, of course. And they're just doing a harmonic mind control just to but realize people that join religions and even follow the news, it's kind of keep them, kind of like, to them that's balance until they get more control over themselves. So you'd be surprised how many just release all of that. They're just let fear control them and go out of their minds. As some of you can probably pick up on that. So if they go to church or listen to the news and just say, okay, I'm going to stay calm and let somebody else be violent. Because you'd be surprised. There's a lot of elements here at work, as you know. This is the Peru consciousness, elongated head frequencies. As for the Arcturian energies, there is actually Palladian, there's Arcturian, but basically we see ourselves as human, a version of human. Yes, it's been lost, of course. Yes, part of your ancestors. You can say we've been a part of your world, like the early humans, along with your version of human, but we were there also. Basically, those that you can say more mentally evolved, but that was our purpose, to kind of like keep the world at a steady pace. As humans are taking there was different types of humans back then, as there is now, just to try different experiments of what kind of human you want for this world. So there's always been different versions of it. You see that through Neanderthals throughout your evolution. So in this, it's controversial. Some don't want you to know everything. It goes really back to your roots. But the elongated head beings, you say, it's very much connected to your origins. But yes, of course, we are off-world beings, but we still see ourselves as human. We see ourselves as part of your consciousness, as a human, just a lost human, at least lost in time. But as for our, like Einstein is a being similar to us. It's all brain and not always much, not really much of, you can say I have more emotion this lifetime, but no emotion, just basically just using the mind to put together realities to basically even protect the earth. Basically, it's kind of like your mind is a satellite dish, so you can pick up the energies around you. Just, because right now, yes, you turn on television to see what's going on, but you're going to elongated head beings to see how is the world. Usually it's at a steady pace normally. But not like reptilian beings and other beings that came to your world to, well, alien energies mostly in the beginning just came just to live among humans. But as humans evolved and became very different as you are now, had to go through the challenges. Like it chose these challenges. And that was a respect of other beings to not get in the way, actually to help you through it. Yes, challenge you more, maybe push you even further. But that's the human also say, yeah, keep pushing us. Just push us as far as you can. It's like running a track and you're tired out. It's like run another lap. And you end up running 20 laps. It's like the pressure is on. And it's constantly put. That's why you have corrupt governments and all that. Just because can you handle a world where there's that much corruption? Can you keep your sanity through it? Because some yeah, some of your human conscious, not everybody. We'd be surprised how many people are connected to that. Just to poke at society's energy to just see how you react. It's not necessarily you can call it an experiment. It's just see how tough you really are. Look at it that way. Yes, obviously some are stressed out, tired of all the tests, and yes, it does get old after a while, but it all has a purpose. So.